Happy birthday, Miss Dorothy. We love you, we do.
Happy birthday, Dory. It's a delight to celebrate with you this evening. Your life has enlivened the lives of so many people all across Arkansas and around the world. Happy birthday.
Just remember, Dorothy, I'm your number one.
I'm her number one.
Number one, right here.
Happy birthday, Dorothy. Happy birthday, Dorothy.
Say hi, Mike. Or hi, Dorothy.
Hi, Mike and Dorothy.
Hello, Dorothy. Happy birthday. We love you.
Happy birthday to you. Woo! Happy birthday to you. Woo! Happy birthday to Dorothy. Happy birthday to you.
We love you, we do.
Well, hello, Dorothy. Hello, Dorothy. It's so nice to have you back where you belong. You're looking swell, Dorothy. I can tell, Dorothy. You're still glowing, you're still growing, you're still going strong. I feel the room swaying and the band playing one of your old favorite songs from way back when. So, golly gee, fellas, find her another knee, fellas. Dorothy will never go away. Dorothy will never go away. Dorothy will never go away again. Welcome, Dorothy Lawrence. Everybody enjoy the hors d'oeuvres, have some drinks, and talk amongst yourselves.
Oh, look at you. Look at you.
Here we go.
Yeah. Did you like my song? Yeah. What's up?
Cheers to our lady. Love you, Dorothy.
And here we are at a wonderful, wonderful event. It's Dorothy Morris's birthday party. And what could be better than to honor this beautiful, beautiful, charitable, genuinely generous woman who has really devoted a lot of her life to helping the arts in Hot Springs. Dorothy, thank you, and we love you. Anybody who's an artist here in Hot Springs is so grateful and so appreciative of everything you've done for us. Really. So happy birthday,
Filming me at these parties for so long, I can finally drink. We've been doing this like 10 years. Should I have a card with you? No. My parents are right there. I'm Robin Susie's daughter. So, yeah.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
This is an absolute delight for Dorothy. She looks marvelous. I'm so glad that she is being celebrated. And what a gift to the community here at the Pocket Theater. Heads up for her.
Happy birthday, Dorothy! Happy birthday, Dorothy.
And many, many more.
We love you. Always will.
Hey Dorothy, happy birthday, whatever day that is, I'm not quite sure. But thank you so much for inviting us. We love you. We love the Pocket Theater. We can't wait to go there. I think we're going to see Shrek. So we look forward to doing that. And Rob did a great job tonight. It's fantastic, as always.
It's beautiful in here. Thank you, Dorothy. Happy birthday.
Had all the right. Dorothy says it's a
Good evening. Good evening. My name is Don Gooch. I'm going to be your master of ceremonies tonight as we celebrate the one and only, the incomparable Dorothy Morris. Let's give her a big hand. There's lots of glitter out here tonight. Lots of people dressed up. It feels like we're at the Oscars. If we were at the Oscars tonight, there'd be someone who was up for leading actress. And there would be only one candidate who could win. Dorothy Morris. We're here to celebrate this very special woman, someone who has made Arkansas brighter, more creative, and more connected than it's ever been. And tonight, we get to say, happy birthday, Dorothy. So if everyone would rise, let's sing Dorothy happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dorothy. Happy birthday to you. Would Miss Stefani please come forward?
Isn't this a lovely way to celebrate your 39th birthday? Mine was last year. Nobody left. Okay. Baroness, darling, would you come and join me here? Come and join me. Come on. You don't know what's going on, neither does anyone else. I know. So, it's your birthday, right? Mm-hmm. And I know your invitation said no presents, right? No gifts, right? But I misread. So, we have a little gift to give you. And no, you don't need anything, you have everything, right? Except for that. Chris, thank you. Oh, I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Happy birthday. You're welcome. Thank you.
All right, so Dorothy did ask for no gifts, but you know, she's really not that kind of girl. She does like gifts, but she just wants your generosity directed toward the Pocket Theater. The Pocket Community Theater is a place that, like Dorothy, believes the arts aren't a luxury, they're a necessity. This is no ordinary birthday party. We're going to take a walk through Dorothy's remarkable life. This is your life, Dorothy Morris. You may think you know what's coming, but we have a few surprises up our sleeves, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the celebration. Every great story has a first chapter. Ours begins in Bismarck, Arkansas. We have a big crowd of Bismarckians over there, obviously. Yes, a place that gave us small town values, big dreams, and as it turns out, one future philanthropic powerhouse, Dorothy Morris. Dorothy was born there before moving to Malvern, where she grew up, learning the value of hard work and also the real community, that real community is built person to person. I think we all know that, as Dorothy has had a profound impact on each of our lives. Handshake to handshake. Little did anyone know that this hometown girl would one day change the cultural and charitable landscape of an entire state. And speaking of beginnings, every great heroine has a soundtrack. So let's hear a song that might have been playing somewhere in the background when Dorothy's story began. Levi Wilson.
Thank you so much.
Chances are, go I wear a silly grin the moment you come into view. Chances are you think that I'm in love with you. Just because my composure sort of slips the moment that your lips meet mine. Chances are you think my heart your Valentine in the magic of moonlight. When I sigh, hold me closely. Chances are you believe the stars that fill the skies are in my eyes. Guess you feel you'll always be the one and only one for me. And if you think you could, well, chances are your chances are awfully good. Chances are you believe the stars that fill the skies are in my eyes. Guess you feel you'll always be the one and only one for me. And if you think you could, well, chances are your chances are awfully good. The chances are your chances are awfully good.
Did you see the smile you put on Dorothy's face? Pretty awesome. Yeah. All right, of course, you can't keep a woman like Dorothy in one place for long. Arkansas is lovely, but Dorothy had her eyes on bigger horizons and maybe slightly bigger shopping malls. In Dallas, Dorothy thrived in real estate and business. She was closing deals, making connections, and probably intimidating a few Texas oil men in the process. But eventually, Arkansas called her home, thank goodness. And it's because here she met a fellow dreamer and doer, Walter Morris. Together, they became a philanthropic dynamic duo. And when Walter passed, Dorothy built a chapel in his honor at Lake DeGray, a place of peace and beauty for all. And now, Joanne Mangione.
Dorothy and Walter were such a unique couple, not just because they shared a special love and respect for each other, but because they somehow made stock trading, coupon clipping, and philosophical discussions look romantic, if you can imagine that. Walter was the ever-professional businessman, brilliant, articulate, and from a generation when men wore suits to dinner and women kept house. Dorothy quickly straightened him out about that. She didn't just marry him, she modernized him. After a successful career in the financial world, Walter retired and became a homebody with his sweet queen, Dorothy. It took him several tries to convince her to marry him, but once she said yes, he treated his queen like royalty. And man, she was so spoiled. I'm telling you, you wouldn't believe it. I was lucky enough to get to know Walter and Dorothy when she hired me to take over her role as Walter's assistant, managing their financial records and their foundation and personal stuff. Walter came from a time when it wasn't proper to address assistants by their first name, so I became Miss Mangione. He would never call me Joanne. That all changed on what we now call Bat Day. Picture this, a tiny 3-inch bat on the floor of Dorothy's office. 3 grown adults shrieking like teenagers at a horror movie. And the maintenance guy shows up with a pool net this big on an 8-foot pole to capture this little bitty 3-inch bat. The absurdity of it all gave birth to our new identities. From that day forward, Dorothy became Batmom, Walter was Batman, and I am officially Batgirl. It was hilarious. To know Walter, he was brilliant, wise, compassionate, frugal, and witty. He didn't tolerate fools, and he refused to give investing advice to anyone jumping on the, what he called, newly emerging do-it-yourself online trading bandwagon. One time, against his better judgment, Dorothy convinced him to help her recently widowed friend invest her inheritance. He let the gals pick their own stock, a company with a gorgeous clothing line. It soared for 2 years, then all of a sudden, bam, bankruptcy. So Walter quietly replaced the original investment in her friend's account, but Dorothy, she was left to lick her wounds, and she laughs about that to this day. Despite his financial success, Walter really didn't care about appearances. Fancy clothes, fancy cars, he wasn't interested. Dorothy once had to sneak all of his shoes out of the house to have the soles replaced because he wouldn't buy new ones. And if you ask her about her side hustle as his personal barber, he wouldn't go to the barber shop. She had to cut his hair for him. He did all the cooking. He was a coupon cutter, a bargain hunter, and every week they'd hop in Dorothy's convertible and hit Kroger with a shopping list and a stack of coupons. Every evening at 6, like clockwork, they'd pour their wine, settle into their favorite chairs, and watch the McNeil-Lehrer News Hour, hashing through the day's events. Sometimes they agreed, but sometimes they didn't. And the banter, it was always brilliant. They learned so much from each other and had so much fun with that. Dorothy handled the mundane so Walter could do what he did best. They were a delightful team, Walter with his brilliance and wit, Dorothy with her practicality and the sparkle we know so well. And together, they didn't just build a life, they built a legacy.
Thank you, Batgirl. We love you. Now, Dorothy is never one to think small. And when she says she wants to make a difference, she doesn't mean make maybe a bake sale. She means let's raise $1 million and see if we can do it before lunchtime. Working with her partner in generosity, Don Monroe, Dorothy created the Hot Springs Giving Circle. It's a simple idea: bring people together, pool their resources, and watch the good multiply. Since 2008, they've given $1 million to our community. And in 2018, during Arkansas Gives Day, Dorothy and her foundation raised $500,000 in one day. Probably all of us were there giving money, but I don't know what you did that Tuesday, but I bet it wasn't that. I don't know. Sorry, I'm reading here and I'm not doing a very good job. Moreover, Dorothy's vision is one that keeps on giving from generation to generation. Joyce Whitfield.
I am so fortunate to not only work with Dorothy, but to be a very close friend. She inspires me every time we're together, whether socially or assisting her with her grant making. Dorothy loves and has worked so hard in her community, from the bottom to the top. One of the things I admire about her the most was her forethought and desire to teach the youth of our community the art of philanthropy. She worked with Don Monroe and Robert Zunick to establish the Hot Springs Area Youth Council in 2002. They all saw the need for educating future philanthropists from the bottom up, creating a youth council that would have their own endowment fund, learn about nonprofits in our community, and make site visits and boardroom presentations to pitch their organization for future grant-making funds. Dorothy adored working with the youth and hosted many fundraisers in her home and continues to support the YAC group. Countless youth from our local school districts have attended monthly meetings during the school year, raised additional funds, and awarded over $170,000 in grants, and still maintain their own endowment fund with a balance near $175,000. We are now seeing the full circle of her efforts, with former YAC members returning to Hot Springs following college, with several working in the nonprofit field here in Hot Springs, and other former YAC members volunteering to assist with our current group. It's that kind of community spirit and passion that Dorothy has spread throughout the years to build a better community from the bottom to the top. Thank you, Dorothy.
Of course, Dorothy's not just about raising funds, she's about raising culture, raising education, and raising the roof with the arts. Dorothy has supported Shakespeare at UCA, music at Henderson and Ouachita, and the Dirk Center for Nursing and Health Science at National Park College. She's backed jazz festivals, opera, dance, film. Basically, if it's beautiful, creative, or inspiring, Dorothy's probably somewhere in the credits. In celebration, please help me welcome to the stage Amy Bramlett Turner and her students, Anani Coleman and John Sullivan of the Hot Springs Dance Troupe.
It's too darn hot. It's too darn hot. I'd like to sup with my baby tonight and play the pup with my baby tonight. I'd like to sup with my baby tonight and play the pup with my baby tonight. But I ain't up to my baby tonight 'cause it's too darn hot. According to the King's report, every average man you know must prefers to play his favorite sport when the temperature is low. But when the thermometer goes way up and the weather is sizzling hot, Mr. God for his squad, a Marine for his queen, a GI for his cutie pie is not. 'Cause it's too darn hot. It's too darn hot. It's
Coleman and John Soul. That is Dorothy Morris spilling out onto our community right there. Look at this. Did you see the smiles on their face when they were performing, Dorothy? Did you see it? Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you. Great job. Great job. Okay. Dorothy even helped produce Emmy-winning documentaries with AETN. So if you ever thought someone should make a film about that, chances are Dorothy already did. Now, Linda Palmer.
Hello, I'm Linda Palmer, and I'm very happy to speak with you today about my friend Dorothy Morris. We became friends many years ago, and neither one of us can remember when we met, where, or how we met. But we do know we became close friends while we were both working with AETN on the Champion Tree documentary. And it all happened in true Dorothy Morris fashion, and I'd like to tell you about it because I'll never forget it. My friend and curator for my exhibit, Barbara Satterfield, was speaking with me one day in my studio while we were working on the exhibit. And she said, "You know, Linda, this could be a documentary. It's not only about art, but it's Arkansas history and nature." And I thought, well, that's right, that would be really good. So later, I'm speaking with Dorothy, and I said, "You know, Dorothy, Barbara just said this should be a documentary." And all of a sudden, Dorothy said, "She's right, and I know just how to do it and who to do it. I've worked with AETN before on documentaries, and they're just the best. So I'm going to make an appointment with them. We're going to AETN in Conway, and you're going to do your PowerPoint presentation, and they're going to love it, and I'm going to raise the money to make it, and they're going to produce a documentary, and it's going to win all kinds of awards." And I'm just standing there with my mouth open and thinking, wow, that's a lot, but I'm all in for that. So of course everything comes to pass just as Dorothy planned it and executed it, and truly the documentary did win all kind of awards. It first won the regional award, and then a national award, and then, would you believe it, an international award. And this was because of our co-producers, Carol Adornetto from AETN and Gabe Mahan, the very talented cinematographer that created all the beautiful images of Arkansas and the trees in the documentary. So after all of this, Dorothy and I started attending all of the events that were, you know, along with the exhibit and the documentary, and we became very close, and people started getting us confused. So they started calling Dorothy Linda when they would see her, and she would say, "No, I'm not Linda, I'm Dorothy." And then I would be out and they would come up and say, "Dorothy?" And I would say, "No, I'm Linda." And we thought that was just a lot of fun and had a lot of fun with it, and started calling each other sis because of that. And we call each other sis today. And this is one of the stories of our friendship, and I want to take this time to thank Dorothy for her wonderful, sweet friendship. So sis, happy birthday to you from your sis.
But don't think for a second that Dorothy's doing stops at She's just as passionate about feeding the hungry, caring for the sick, and giving kids a safe place to grow up. Her work has touched food banks, hospitals, advocacy centers, children's programs, the kind of work that quietly changes lives every single day right here in our community. And if you're wondering how she keeps it all straight, well, that's just Dorothy. She can chair a fundraiser, support a new nonprofit, and still remember your birthday, possibly before you do. Michelle Town.
Where do I even begin? Dorothy Morris has been just the epitome of a philanthropist. I met Dorothy almost 25 years ago when I started Inviting Arkansas. She immediately took me under her wing when I went to some of my very first parties in Hot Springs, introducing me to the who's who of the philanthropic community in Hot Springs. She was wonderful. She's always given of her time, her talent, and her treasures. She introduced me to people like Sonny Evans and Don Monroe, the real movers and shakers in Hot Springs, always lending a helping hand, just as she has to all of the wonderful organizations in Hot Springs. The Pocket Theater just being one of them. If you love Dorothy, you love the Pocket Theater. I'm so fortunate to have had her in my life for the last 25 years. She epitomizes what we at Inviting Arkansas do, making philanthropy fun. Happy birthday, Dorothy.
Now it's easy to list the organizations, the millions of dollars, and the awards, but the real magic of Dorothy Morris is the person behind all that. The warmth, the humor, the occasional harmless troublemaking. Dorothy, you served on more boards than most people could name, but you've also been the friend who shows up, the host who makes everyone feel welcome, and the co-conspirator in more than one bit of harmless fun. And yes, some of your friends here tonight might have a few stories they'd like to share. In our eyes, Dorothy, you're unforgettable. Rob Talley has a few words.
And a fancy jacket, I might add.
Dorothy actually picked these out. We went to the store and she threw it at me. Said, Rob, you're buying that now. So Dorothy calls me over to the house one day and she says, Rob, we were in a fight about something because we do argue occasionally, like once a week. And she says, Rob, my husband told me I have control issues. And I thought, well, tell me something I don't know. Well, but my surprise was the fact that she actually let him say that. That was even more surprising. So if you see anything that I put in Inviting Arkansas, it says Dorothy C. Morris. And that C is for control issues. So that's my sweet Dorothy. So I was trying to find a song with the word control in it, but it was all heavy metal. And I talked to Shirley Chauvin, who asked to sing tonight, and she said her heavy metal days were over. Where is Shirley? Okay, Shirley, the legendary Shirley Chauvin is coming to sing a fabulous song for Dorothy. It doesn't have anything to do with control.
Unforgettable is what you are.
Unforgettable, now hear no fire.
Like a song of love that clings to me. The thought of you does things to me. Never before has someone been more
uncontrollable. That's what you are.
And forevermore.
And forevermore.
Yes, near or far.
That's near or far.
Darling, that's why
It's incredible
that someone
so unforgettable thinks that I am uncontrollable too.
Shirley Chauvin and Rob Talley, unforgettable. So Dorothy, tonight we've walked you through your life. And while we can't possibly capture it all, we've caught glimpses of your vision, your determination, and your joy. You've made our state richer, not just financially, but in beauty, kindness, and possibility. And for that we say thank you. Friends, raise your glass. Okay, pour your champagne, please. Everyone raise your glass to our leading lady, the unforgettable Dorothy Morris. Ching ching. Barbara Wade is going to come to the stage. She's got a few words, persuasive words I might add for you.
Most of these people have already heard my persuasive words tonight. Dorothy gave me one job tonight, and that was to work the crowd. And how many of you think I worked that crowd tonight? So I'd like to add a few words about the Pocket Theater. The Pocket Theater actually came to Hot Springs in 1992. The first production was in a tent, but they outgrew that after one production and they moved to the Outlet Mall. And they were there up until 98. And in 98 they outgrew that. And so then they went to the skating rink. And they were in the skating rink until 2005. And that's when they acquired the Ramble School building. And they have been there now for 25 years. Now, they not only are a part of the community, but let me tell you about the people. So we've got volunteers. We've got volunteers that clean the bathrooms, volunteers that make the popcorn, volunteers that sweep the floors. We have volunteers who perform. And people that volunteer perform, we have roles for infant babies. We have roles for young children, for teenagers, for midlife. We even have roles for old ladies with canes. So please get involved. If you're not involved, tell your neighbor about it or tell your grandchildren. It's a great rate. Sherry, would you come here? Miss Dorothy, I would like for you to come here and sit for a minute because I want to show you who some of your friends are tonight. And so Miss Dorothy challenged me with raising money from people as they walked into the door. Now, most of you'd already given money, so I apologized if I attacked you like a yard dog, you know, but I was able to get a few people to offer, and so I'm going to ask you to stand if you volunteered to give between now and the first of the year $500 to the Pocket Theater. Would you please stand? Come on, people, stand up. There was a lot of you. Come on, stand up. And there were people that agreed to give more. And the total sum tonight, which will be raised with an anonymous donation plus everything that we have raised tonight, there will be in total a $50,000 fundraiser for the Pocket Theater. Does that make you happy, Miss Dorothy? Okay. All right.
Let her speak.
Do I?
Would you like to say anything?
Oh, would you want to say something?
That just makes me very happy.
Okay. All right, we can go sit down.
Hey, let's give a round of applause to Barbara Wade. It's not easy to ask people for money. It really is, and we really appreciate that, Barbara. So now we will draw attention to the QR code on your program. And that is where, if you haven't had your arm twisted by Barbara yet, you can still make a gift with this QR code. Dorothy's life is proof that the arts are not just to be admired, but to be lived. We're closing tonight with a song that could just as easily be her personal anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome the Pocket Theater's own Tammy Kendall with Life is a Cabaret.
What good is sitting alone in your
of dew to wipe every smile away. Life is a cabaret, shop. Oh, come to the I used to have this girlfriend known as Dorothy, with whom I shared 4 sorted rooms in Chelsea. She wasn't what you'd call a blushing flower. Oh, as a matter of fact, she rented by the hour. The day she died, the neighbors came to snicker. Well, that's what comes from too much pills and liquor. But when I saw her laid out like a queen, she was the happiest corpse I'd ever seen. I think of Dorothy to this very day. I remember how she turned to me and said, "What good is sitting alone in your room? Come here, the music plays. Life is a cabaret. Come to the cabaret. Oh, put down the knitting, the books and the brooms. It's time for a holiday. Life is a cabaret, oh chum. Come to the cabaret. And as for me, I made my mind up back in Chelsea when I go. I'm going like Dorothy. Start by admitting from cradle to tomb it isn't that long a stay. Life is a cabaret, oh chum. Call me a cabaret, oh chum. And I love a
Timmy Kendall. I'm told that we have at least one member of the original Pocket Theater group that got the Pocket Theater going here tonight. Is that correct? If so, could they please stand up? There she is. All right, life is a cabaret. Life is worth living. Life is better living if you're giving. In the spirit of Dorothy Morris, I encourage all of you to give to the Pocket Theater. It's been a wonderful night. Dorothy, we love you. Good night.
Complete with reserved seats. Your names and numbers are on little bits of paper here in the basket. Dorothy is going to pick a winner. Dorothy, if you will, please. Pick a winner. Pick a winner. And the winning number, Susie, is number 49.
Joanne?
Is rigged. Always with my mouth full. This has been such a fabulous evening. So many wonderful people. So much talent. David, you did a fabulous job putting this all together.
Here is your certificate.
I'm so glad you and Dorothy arranged it for me to win this, right?
Printed on real paper, so it must be official.
We're so fortunate to have this group in town.
Happy birthday, Dorothy.
Happy birthday, Dorothy. But Pocket Theater has helped raise the self-esteem of so many young children who are shy.